Hello friends. Today, I am explaining a Japanese manga series Ushio and Tora. It is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Kazuhiro Fujita. The series was originally published from 1990 to 1996 and has since been adapted into an anime television series, several OVA episodes, and a video game. The story follows the adventures of Ushio Ayatsuki, a young high school student who discovers a supernatural spirit that can destroy monsters. Ushio is aided by Tora, a powerful demon who was trapped by Ushio's ancestors 500 years ago and who now seeks to be freed from his imprisonment. Throughout the series, Ushio and Tora develop a strong bond, despite their initial mistrust of each other. The series explores themes of trust, friendship, and the value of life, and is known for its action-packed battles, humor, and emotional moments. Spoilers ahead. At the start of the story, we are introduced to Ushio and his father, a priest, who tells him about the village's 500-year-old temple that houses a legendary spear belonging to a yokai hunter. However, Ushio is skeptical about his father's claims, and this leads to an argument. On a day when Ushio's father is away on a trip, he entrusts Ushio with the responsibility of taking care of the temple and retrieving a book from the warehouse. While in the warehouse, Ushio discovers a secret door and, in his attempt to open it, falls and spots a yokai behind him, which terrifies him. But he notices a spear stuck in the creature's body, which only a human can remove. The yokai reveals that he has been trapped there for 500 years and requests Ushio to remove the beast's spear from his body to set him free. However, Ushio learns from the yokai that he plans to eat him and cause destruction if he is released. Despite the yokai's promises not to harm him, Ushio chooses to keep him imprisoned to prevent him from becoming a threat to humans. Later on, Ushio arrives at school and meets his friend Inoue and classmate Nakamura. Unfortunately, he forgot to bring Nakamura's notebook, and his mind is preoccupied with thoughts of yokai. Despite his interest in drawing, Ushio is also talented at football. After school, Ushio returns home still thinking about yokai. Suddenly, small creatures begin to appear, but Inoue and Nakamura cannot see them. Ushio realizes that the yokai's aura has spread, and he can see the little yokai due to his contact with the aura. Suddenly, Ushio hears his friend scream, and the yokai explains that Ushio has to free him to defeat the yokai. Ushio agrees to remove the beast's spear, and the yokai attacks him, but Ushio holds the spear and unleashes his soul energy, making him look like the legendary yokai hunter who defeated the creature 500 years ago. The yokai flees and keeps his promise to not harm humans. In the meantime, the little yokai surround Nakamura and Inoue and begin to merge, but Ushio and the yokai work together to destroy them. Upon realizing that the beast's spear can communicate with him, Ushio discovers that it functions by converting a human soul into energy whose sole purpose is to hunt yokai. The yokai attempts to leave, but Ushio apprehends him due to the potential for more monsters to come because of his aura. The yokai is angry, but due to the beast's spear, he is powerless, and Ushio christens him Tora. Later, while watching TV, Tora mistakes a samurai on the screen for a real person and attacks the TV, causing Ushio to become furious. The next day, Tora accompanies Ushio to school, but he is only visible to Ushio. Tora swiftly destroys a football that comes towards him, causing everyone to be astonished, and an argument erupts. Tora declares that he refrains from harming Ushio because the beast's spear is in his possession, but he will devour him when the opportunity arises. Ushio retaliates by talking about killing Tora. In the meantime, Nakamura and Inoue arrive, but yesterday's incident appears to be nothing more than a dream to them. Nakamura and Inoue, accompanied by some students, enter the old school building to retrieve a book. Inside, they spot a stone statue, which Nakamura approaches closer, causing the eyes of the statue to light up. Although no one takes much notice of this, a force inside the statue begins to stir. Meanwhile, Ushio and Tora are inside a classroom when the beast's spear emits a sound, indicating that it has a message for Ushio. Suddenly, an explosion occurs near the old building, prompting Ushio to rush to the scene, where he finds a student turning into stone. Tora identifies this as the work of Rock Eater. Ushio searches for Nakamura and Inoue, but they and the other students are nowhere to be found. Eventually, the police arrive, and news of the students' disappearance spreads, with people assuming they were kidnapped. However, Ushio knows that a monster is responsible and seeks Tora's help, but Tora initially refuses, wishing to remain uninvolved. When Tora talks about killing Ushio again, Ushio gets angry and they end up fighting. But the beast's spear renders Tora powerless, forcing him to reveal what he knows. Tora explains that rock eaters are formidable creatures that trap humans inside their barrier, turn them into stone, and then consume them. Defeating them is no easy feat. Meanwhile, Rock Eater had taken Nakamura and Inoue inside its barrier unnoticed by the police officers. Nakamura bravely stood up to Rock Eater and refused to give in to his intimidation, causing the monster to attack and turn her into a stone. This fuels Ushio's determination to defeat Rock Eater. He attacks the monster with the beast spear, but Rock Eater strikes back and knocks the spear out of Ushio's hand. As Ushio's friends also turn into stones, Tora refuses to help him. Ushio pleads with Tora to save Nakamura and Inoue and take them out of the barrier. In the midst of the battle, the Rock Eater captures Ushio, and the barrier starts closing. Tora initially leaves Ushio to his fate, but he changes his mind when he sees Ushio's selflessness. As the Rock Eater tries to turn Ushio into stone, Tora takes Nakamura and Inoue out of the barrier. The Rock Eater then turns his attention to Tora, but Ushio manages to free himself with the help of the beast spear. Ushio and Tora work together to defeat the Rock Eater, and everyone is surprised when Tora emerges with Ushio. The following day, Ushio's father returns and tells him about the battle between a monster and a hunter that lasted for 4 days. The hunter ultimately imprisoned the monster with the beast spear and became a monk, from which the Ayatsuki bloodline originated. Ushio's father forbids him from opening any underground doors but is shocked to discover that Ushio has already freed the monster. He sees the beast spear in Ushio's hand and rushes to the warehouse, where he finds the open door of the basement. After visiting Hanyu's painting, Ushio witnesses a portrait of a girl made for Hanyu's daughter, Reiko. However, Tora observes the painting and claims the creator is a demon and a curse for humanity. Ken-chan beats up Ushio at school while Tora enjoys the sight, but a girl steps in and offers herself as a target. Ushio identifies her as Reiko and requests her to model for his painting, but she warns him against following her. Ushio narrowly saves himself from a truck accident, and Tora spots an evil spirit escaping. Meanwhile, Reiko seems troubled and refuses to interact with anyone. Nakamura informs Ushio that Reiko warns boys who follow her to keep away, as they tend to die mysteriously. Furthermore, she tells Nakamura that a demon lives with her. Ushio learns that Reiko's mother eloped with someone, causing her father, Hanyu, to experience shock, after which Reiko started feeling sad. After Hanyu's death, strange things began happening to Reiko, and Hanyu's demon came out of the painting claiming that Reiko belongs to him. At the school festival, Hanyu's demon attacks Ushio, but Reiko pleads with him to stop. Later, Hanyu attacks Ushio, but Tora steps in front and warns him not to touch his food. Tora then uses his lightning power to strike Hanyu, causing him to flee. Ken-chan now understands the situation, which was all because of Reiko. Feeling remorseful, Reiko attempts suicide, but Ushio and Ken-chan rescue her using the beast spear. However, Hanyu arrives to take Reiko away, believing she has betrayed him. Ken-chan refuses to let go and promises to stay by her side. Reiko comes upstairs to join them, but Hanyu assumes she too has betrayed him, so he takes her and Ken-chan into his painting. Ushio attempts to attack Hanyu with the beast spear, but it has no effect on him. Tora then instructs them to attack the base of the painting to kill the demon. Hanyu grabs Ushio and takes him inside the painting, but Tora doesn't intervene as he wasn't called for help. However, Tora becomes enraged as he wanted to eat Ushio himself. He saves everyone and asks Ushio to stab the painting. But just then, Reiko arrives to save her father, and the spear goes through her body. Tora reveals that the beast spear was made only to kill monsters, so Reiko will be unharmed. The painting is destroyed, and Hanyu's soul tells Reiko to find happiness before disappearing. Reiko's painting becomes colorful, and she starts smiling. However, Ken-chan is unaware of Ushio and Tora's true identities. The episode ends, and if you want the next part, let me know in a comment box, subscribe to this channel, and turn on notifications.